Right. Before even we get started, I'd like to tell you a few things. Right. During your real test, what happens is the examiner asks you to share your screen. है तिमीहरूले केही खोल्या छ कि छैन भनेर स्क्रिन सेयर गर्न लाउँछ, which I won't be doing today, of course. अनि तिमीहरूलाई each stage हुन्छ नि, like stage 1, 2, 3, 4, त्यो stages start हुनुभन्दा अगाडि चाहिँ they ask you to show you the room, the desk. केही राखेको छ कि केही लेखाएको छ कि कोही छ कि छैन भनेर त्यस्तो गरेर चाहिँ कुनै स्क्रिनमा केही राखिरहेछ कि आई मिन बोर्डमा केही लेखिरहेछ कि त्यस्तो चेक गर्नलाई चाहिँ दे आस्क यु टु सो योर एन्टायर रुम, विच आई एम नट डुइङ टुडे ल. बट माइन्ड द्याट त्यो दुईवटा कुरा चाहिँ हुन्छ. गट इट. एन्ड
Yes,
दे अल्सो आस्क यु टु सो योर आइडी. तिमीहरूको पासपोर्ट देखाउन लाग्छ, क्यामेरा अगाडि राख भन्छ, अनि फोटो पनि एउटा क्लिक गर्छ तिमीहरूको पासपोर्टको. दे आस्क यो पासपोर्ट नम्बर, दे आस्क to show your the passport's front page, back page, flip those pages भनेर भन्छ है, त्यस्तोहरू पनि गर्छ, which I am not doing today. But in the coming days, if you are taking mock test, you have to turn on your camera and take it. Right? Okay, so now we'll begin our test. All right. So what's your name?
thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. My full name is Vipana Fatka. You can also call me by my first name, that is Vipana.
All right. So Bipana, where are you from?
Well, I'm permanently from Bolifi, Chirofo, Sindhupalchok, Nepal, and currently I'm living at Duakot, Bhaktapur, Nepal.
Okay. By the way, I want to know, why are you taking this test?
Well, I'm taking this test for my further study as it is required for the professional test.
So where are you planning to study?
I'm planning to study at a university named Coventry University.
Where exactly is this university located? And why have you
Uh,
chosen Coventry?
it is located at inside London. I have chosen Coventry University for its strong reputation in academic freedom, academic excellence, and student support. It is one of the leading institute in healthcare which allows students to gain targeted in their related skills. Similarly, it is listed in 42 by a Guardian University and hold a 17 position in student satisfaction service all over UK. This is the reason of choosing Coventry University for my further study.
Okay. And Bipana, what do you do in your free time?
Well, during my free time, I used to go for hiking, visiting different places, and reading novels and book.
And what's your plan for, like, where do you see yourself in next 5 years?
Mm. Well, sir, in my next 5 years, I see myself as being a registered nurse of UK.
Thank you so much. Now let's move on to stage 2 of this test, which is presentation. Uh,
Sir.
what in what topic are you presenting today?
Thank you for the question. The topic of my presentation is a recent study showed that spreading just 7 minutes of browsing on Insta feed can negatively affect how you feel about your image. Uh, Do you
Okay,
do you
okay.
agree?
All right, it's fine. Do you have any notes with you?
No, sir, I don't have.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. I want you to start your presentation by saying, I'll begin my presentation. And whenever you have to end, please mention that. Please say, thank you for your time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so whenever you're ready, you can start.
I'm going to begin my presentation. The topic of my presentation is a negative effect of the social site Instagram. Here I'll be exploring a number of subtopics. Yes, sir. Needless to say that I agree that social media can make people less attractive. There are many demerits and some potential drawbacks to consider about the effect of using a social site such as Instagram. One of the what's more, one of them is it leads to a comparison. Since scrolling on Instagram, everything we see is not a real. It leads to a comparison with ourselves with the Instagram reels. For instance, using for instance, we scroll Insta. It leads to comparison as uh, as Instagram is not a real. They use a filter just to look attractive for views. And another, to put it simply, and yet another crucial point is it leads to a low self-esteem. As we know that the reels that we see through Insta is not a real. It leads to a highly edited it as it leads to a mess up with a perception of the own appearance. Furthermore, a major concern is negative body image. It leads to a social comparison which make feel for short in terms of look and personality, which will highlight the insecurities and negative thoughts about the negative effect of social sites. There are many things we can do to remove these issues. One of them is positive thinking. Positive thinking is the utmost important thing, as positive thinking improve the emotional, social and physical well-being. Social media have a lots of negative impacts rather than positive impacts. First, we must know how to handle the social media. There must be a proper use of social sites. We should catch the positive things and remove the negativity from the Insta feeds, and the another is we should make a valuable tool for leading a happier and healthier life of social sites. As in a nutshell, I would like to present my point of view that I believe that we should know how to use and properly handle the social side. There must be a balance of handling the social side. Thank you for your time and attention.
All right. Okay, now we'll be moving on to stage 3 of this test, where we'll be discussing about the essay that you have written during your writing test. Is it clear?
Okay, sir.
By the way, I want to know, when did you take your writing test?
I take my writing test on last Tuesday.
And what question was asked during your test?
Well, I was asked about the sense of basic no internet mobile phones are growing faster than the smartphone. Uh, what are the pros and cons of having a phones with no access to the internet?
Okay, how is it that you are able to, I mean, understand or come up with the exact same question? I mean, did you take a note while taking your essay?
No, well, I found a question little tricky at first. After thinking and giving it a thought for a few minutes, I came up with some ideas and thoughts. Along with that, I started my writing text.
Can you summarize your essay?
Yes, I have started my essay with a standard essay writing structure. I have started with an introduction, which has been, what's more, it has been followed by a body paragraph of advantages of having a phone with no access to internet. The first advantage is it having a phone with no access to internet will make us less distraction. Time cannot be, there will be a utilization of time as and another is I- I- and then on the third paragraph I had written about the disadvantage of using a phone with no access to internet. One of the main reason is we we will be no update about the news, since everything is online about each and everything news. There will be difficulty in navigating Google Maps having no access to internet. Another is
Okay, now I
we
would like
cannot
to.
pay.
Okay, now I'd like to ask you another question.
Okay, sir.
So, can you have used the word access in your essay multiple times? Can you tell me the meaning of that word?
Well, the meaning of access means easily available.
Can you make a sentence using that word?
Yes, of course, I can. In today's generation, there is more access of internet in every home.
Okay, and you have also mentioned in your essay that people spend hours mindlessly scrolling. So, can you tell me the meaning of mindlessly scrolling? What does that mean?
Yes, mindless scrolling means people spend their valuable time just scrolling on their phone on the useless sites such as TikTok, Insta feeds.
The meaning of the word scrolling is still not clear. Can you clarify what does scrolling means?
Scrolling means to scrolling.
Okay, now you have also mentioned in your essay that there is less strain on the eye. Can you explain what does this sentence mean?
Well,
Recording in progress.
using a mobile phone for a long period of time will affect our eyes due to blue UV rays. So the meaning of less strain on eye means it can protect from harmful light such as UV rays that are produced from the phones. And watching for a long period of time on laptop and phone will provide a pressure on eyes.
Uh, can you tell me the meaning of the word strain?
The meaning of the word strain is pressure.
Okay, and what things can be done with the help of the internet?
Internet have numerous benefits. The utmost important of internet is we can find and even shop from our own home comfort through the internet. We can get different knowledge. We can be updated about each and everything what's happening in the world through the internet by sitting at our home. We can navigate, as internet helps to navigate the different maps,
Okay,
different
have you
maps.
ever used, pardon me, have you ever used a no internet phone?
Yes, I do have used a no internet phone.
Okay, and if there was no word limit in your essay, what would you add there? So if there was no word limit, what would you add in your essay?
I would add more advantage and disadvantage of having a phone with no access to internet.
So can you mention a few?
Yes, of course. One of the main advantages is
All right, that's the end of our stage 3, and now we'll be moving on to stage 4 of the test, which is a visual prompt with follow-up questions. So I'll be showing you a picture and asking you some questions accordingly. Is it clear?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so here's the picture that you will be describing. I'll give you 15 seconds to think, and whenever I ask you, please describe. Okay, so please, what can you see in this picture?
Uh, the picture is all about marketing. There is a white boy who is wearing a t-shirt and he is selling the fruits. Like there are many fruits such as apple, oranges. If I'm not mistaken, then this must be a vegetable shop, sir. And he is the owner of the shop. He's I think he must be selling of vegetables and fruits. This picture reminded me of the time when I was little, I used to go
Okay,
to
okay,
buy
that's
fruit.
fine. Okay. Uh, by the way, do you also, I mean, where do you prefer to shop? In such kind of street markets or in a supermarket or in a local shop?
Well, I do love to shop in the streets. Like there would be many varieties of fruits and vegetables, and the price comparing to the supermarkets are cheaper in the street rather than the supermarket. So I prefer doing shopping at the street.
Can you tell me some differences between small and big businesses?
Yes, small small business can be done in a small area, whereas a lot of manpower worker, whereas business can be run by few number. Big business would be should run by various of team members and staffing.
Okay, next question. Give me a second. So, how do small businesses impact communities? Sumi, can you please mute your microphone, please? Otherwise, I may have to kick you out. Bipana, can you explain the impact of globalization on small businesses?
Small holding a small business have so I have no idea regarding this question.
Okay, and how difficult is it to deal with customers in your country?
It's quite difficult to deal with the customers in my country, as
All right, that is the end of our speaking test. Okay, give me a second.